pressure from your knees and from your ankles, or you're sitting cross-legged. You can sit like on the wall, supported with your back. That's also wonderful. Because we start with a breathing technique, it's important that we sit and that we sit straight, so that our spine is lifted and that we have a lot of space in our chest. But it doesn't matter how we sit, so it's important to be comfortable, especially when it's about breathing. When we're not comfortable, there is this natural block what comes and we're not breathing properly anymore. So the best thing we can do is sitting as comfortable as possible. But close your eyes for now. Before we start, take a moment to arrive at your yoga mat. The Sunday morning. Mornings have this beautiful energy of something new coming, something so pure and quiet and peaceful. So maybe you can feel that peace, this quietness, or you can invite it. And then see your breath as a golden chariot, streaming, rolling, flowing in and out of your body, nourishing your body with air, with nutrients, with life energy, with new life. And maybe for a moment you can just feel how the breath touches your cells in your body, how the breath is flowing through your whole body, how your lungs expand, how your belly expands when you're breathing in, and how everything gets smaller, almost like a vacuum, when you breathe out. And we start with the breathing technique. Oh, there's someone else coming. We will continue very soon. Just continue focusing on your breath for this moment. Hi. I will unmute you, yeah? Super. Okay. So welcome, Alina. You can also come to a comfortable sitting position. We are already in since a few moments, and really make yourself comfortable. Find a straight sitting position, straight spine, open chest, because we will start with a breathing technique. And we were just about to feel into our body, to feel how the breath is touching us from the inside, how the breath is flowing in and out of our body, and how it's giving us new life energy, the air, nutrients. And we start with Nadi Shodhana. This is a wonderful breathing technique to balance our two sides of the brain, and also our whole body, to find balance in our energy system in our body, and of course to expand our breathing volume, to really be able to breathe deeply and fully. And for that you bring your middle finger and your pointing finger, your second finger, I don't know the name right now, I'm sorry, on your third eye, in between your eyebrows. And you have your ring finger just gently laying on your right nostril and your thumb on your left nostril, but you don't close anything yet. We take one more deep inhale, and one exhale through the mouth once more. And then I guide you through this breathing technique. So you close your right nostril with your ring finger. You breathe into your left nose. You close your left nostril, breathe out right. You breathe in through your right nostril. Close it, open the left one, breathe out. breathe in through the left one. Close, breathe out through right. And we breathe in and out in the same rhythm on 4, 3, 2, 1. And breathe in through right. 2, 3, 4. Close and through left out. 2, 3, 4. And in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close right out. I don't count, so you find your own rhythm. And right in again. Maybe on 4, maybe on 5. It depends how it feels good. Close and change. Breathe through left out. And through left in. And close your left one. Breathe out through right. Once more in the same rhythm. Right in. And close your right nostril. Breathe out through left. And maybe you can lengthen your inhale. So maybe you inhale on 6. You count for yourself. You close. Breathe out through the right. Maybe on 4. A little bit shorter than your inhale. Inhale long and deeply through your right nostril. Maybe hold for 2 in a space without breathing. And then through the left side out. Maybe on 4 and on 6 in. After you inhale, hold for just a very short moment. And out through the other side. Continue with this breathing technique. So I think you know by now that you breathe out through one side, breathe in through the same side, close the side, breathe out through the other side, breathe in through the other side, and change again. And stay with this breathing technique. It's beautiful to extend that so you can really feel the effects. Your body has the possibility to really integrate this breathing technique, and it's wonderful for today's class when you breathe in longer, deeper than you exhale, but it shouldn't be forced. It should feel comfortable. So find your own rhythm here. So maybe you can count on 6, or you find your own rhythm and count on 4 while you exhale. And if it feels good for you, it's very nice to hold for like 2 seconds or so while you inhale or after inhaling. And while you stay with this technique, just let it flow like we just did. I will introduce to you our class today, and you can just gently stay with Nadi Shodhana. And today it's about the element air. That's the reason why we also do a lot of pranayama. But the air has the quality of being very fine, not materialized yet, and it's very, very light. And air is also incredible expanding, so there is no space where you can't find air, at least here on earth in nature. Air is flowing, everything is filling every room. So these two beautiful qualities you want to take as our focus today, feeling incredible light in our body, but also light-hearted in our heart, and expanding. So feeling like we can expand the boundaries of our body, we can expand our body, we can expand our energy field, but we can also expand our breath within our body. These are two qualities we want to take through the class. And another beautiful thing about the breath is that it's accompanying us through our whole life, because the very first thing we do when we get born, when we arrive at this beautiful world as a baby, the first thing we do is take a full deep inhale. And the very last thing we do when we leave the world again, in our physical body, we exhale fully. So our life is like a full exhale and inhale and a million in-betweens. So that's very beautiful, because today we focus a lot on pranayama, and prana is life energy. Pranayama means breathing exercises. Prana is life energy and yama is control. So controlling our breath, controlling how our life energy circles and flows within us. And this life energy flows in and out with our breath. And there's also a nice saying in yoga. It's very simple, but it is a very good example, or it symbolizes very well how important our breath and pranayama and prana is. A short and shallow breath leads to a short and shallow life, and a long and a deep breath leads to a long and a deep life. And I think this is a very wonderful and wise saying. So we focus on lightness, light heart, expanding and working with our life energy with pranayama. And from here, probably still with Nadi Shodhana. When you exhale through your left nostril the next time, you release. Bring your left hand on your thigh. You let your breath naturally flow again, just without controlling it. And just feel how Nadi Shodhana feels, what it did with you, the after effects. Just stay with it for a moment. And then bring your palms together. Wrap your hands so you create energy in between your palms. And place your palms on your face. Give your face a little massage. Wake yourself up. Energize your skin. And then you gently open your eyes. And we start with a little movement. We're pretty gentle today, so it can be very slow and almost like moving through the air with a little bit control, but very light. And we bring our legs to the left side. And we place our left hand, either the palm or the fingertips, or maybe on a fist. Everything is fine. It doesn't matter how you place your hand on the ground. Just find a stable position. And then you raise your right arm and exhale, lean to your left side. And at the same time, your right sitting bone is growing to the earth. So you find a nice stretch in your right side of your rib cage. One inhale. And open your chest towards the ceiling more. And exhale, look towards the ground. Little movements in your chest, in your spine, in your shoulder. Inhale, open. And exhale, down. And maybe you can really feel, while you're doing these two movements, what a nice stretch it is in your right side of your body. Your left shoulder is flowing to the ground. The shoulders are far away from your ears. Once more. And then you open again. And you come back to the center. Take your left ankle into your left hand. Bring your right hand to the ground. And just let your right ear fall towards your right shoulder. Both shoulders flow like a waterfall towards your mat. And you can feel a nice stretch in your left throat. And then you can move your head just a little bit, just to find a position where you can feel the stretch the most. Because it's very rare that we stretch our throat, the sides of our throat, of our neck. And today it's all about expansion. So we also want to expand physically our body in all directions. Also give our throat the possibility to expand. One more breath here. And then come back to the center and just change the side of your feet. Find a comfortable position on your sitting bones. Place your right hand on the outside of your legs. Inhale, raise your left arm. And exhale, flow to the right side. And also here, little movements. In, open towards the ceiling, and out. A little bit more towards the ground. And stay with these little pulses. I like to bring these little pulses through the yoga class, and especially in today's class it's beautiful because breathing, the breath, life energy is always flowing in and out you, even if you're not aware of it, and it's almost like the pulses of life flowing in and out you, pulsating through you. This is what we want to embody when we're working with our body, especially in yoga. Once more, open. Look towards the ceiling. And exhale. Place your left hand on the ground. Grab your right ankle. And then let your left ear fall towards your left shoulder. Both shoulders really flow towards the ground. Your upper body is stable. And maybe you can move your head here also slightly. Just see where you can feel the stretch the nicest. Bring awareness into your body, even if it's just this tiny part of your body, the right side of your neck. Really get in touch with this space, with this place of your body, and see how you can move so you find length and a nice stretch here. One more breath, gently, and then release. And from here, we come, I just take off my shirt, we come to the back, to laying position. We come to another breathing technique. And you place your legs hip distance apart. And your whole spine is touching the ground or is flowing towards the ground. Your shoulders are on the ground. And place your heels close to your butt so your fingertips can touch your heels. And your knees are very parallel and in line with the hips, and they stay here the whole time. So it's almost like they're magnets, so they want to come to each other, and at the same time they're pulling away from each other. So there's the whole time they stay in the same line. And with your inhale, raise your hips, raise your arms, place them behind you on the ground, and exhale vertebrae per vertebrae. Roll back to the mat and bring your arms down towards your heels again. Inhale, raise your hip and your belly button towards the ceiling. Your knees stay parallel and strong. Thighs. And exhale, roll down to the mat with your hands too. And now when we inhale on 6, or however deep you can breathe in. So long inhale. You stay here for 2 without breathing, a little pause. And exhale on 4. So the same we did with Nadi Shodhana. And inhale on 6, or even if it's uncomfortable to count, just a long deep inhale. And exhale, roll vertebrae per vertebrae back on 4. And find your own rhythm here. I don't count because it's nice when everyone finds their own rhythm. Really energize, really expand your heart, your whole upper body. Hold for 2 and exhale, calm down. With your inhale, fill your heart, fill your lungs, fill your belly with air. Stay here. And exhale down. We do that 3 more times. And it's nice when we exhale longer than inhale longer than exhale, because then energetically we invite a lot of energy into our body, and we fill our body with a lot of air, with a lot of life energy. And we kind of keep more air in our body, more energy in our body than we give out. And then we come up once more on 6 or however long you inhale. And stay here for a moment and bring your hands underneath your butt. Interlock your fingers. Maybe you bring your shoulders a little bit more together. Maybe you raise your hip up a little bit more. You can also come on your toes. Your knees are stable and parallel. Your butt is very soft. And stay with a long, deep inhale. A little break. And exhale once more. And don't be confused. Pranayama can let a lot of energy flow, can bring a lot of things up, a lot of emotions. That's mostly the case, and that's a wonderful thing when we do pranayama. It can get rid of a lot of things. It can bring energies up and allow them to flow out. Once more. And with your exhale, release your fingers, roll vertebrae per vertebrae to the mat. And for a moment, bring your feet mat distance apart. Let your knees come together in the middle. And just let your breath flow naturally. And you can let your windshield, your knees to the left and the right, to release your spine and your belly and your hip. And it's nice when we're doing these pranayama techniques and when we control our breath in this way, what is beautiful. It is important to always, after a sequence like this, to find a sequence where we just let our breath flow naturally. So we can give up the control. Also, we can surrender in the feeling that we don't have to control our breath, and our breath is just coming in and out naturally too. And from here, you come to the center, bring your knees to your chest, and then I just turn around. You can stay where you are. You start rolling over your spine like a wave. Come to sitting and roll back. And also this, you don't have to control that so much. You can just let your body weight move you back and forth. Give your spine a nice massage. And from here, next time, you'll find to a standing position. So you come to Tadasana. Find a stable stand on your feet. Open your hands to the front. Find a stable stand. Feet hip distance apart, very straight with an open chest. Very self-confident, stable stand. And take one breath here. And with your inhale, raise your arms, and exhale, twist your arms to the left. So open to the left side. You look to your left hand. Inhale, raise your arms, look up. Exhale to the right side. Look to your right back hand. Inhale, center. Exhale, left side. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the right. And your eyes always follow your hands. So you look up. Exhale, look to the left and back hand. Up and right and back hand. And do that a few times in your own rhythm. Maybe your hips stay straight and stable. And we really expand our body here in every direction. We expand our energy system. In yoga, we say that we're like a big ball of energy. This is our energy body surrounding us, and we can expand this whole field. We also can expand the feeling in our body and really also symbolically find a lot of space for ourselves in our life. So no one can overstep your boundaries. So you kind of like found this space around you, what is only yours. Once more on every side. Change the perspectives with your eyes. And come to the center and then interlock your fingers besides of your, what is it, pointing finger? I don't know, maybe I will laugh about it later. It's such an easy word and I just forgot. And with your exhale, bend to the left side and especially your right foot grows into the ground. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right side. Inhale, center. Once more on each side. Give your side body a nice stretch. Expand in it. And come back to the center. And I got so many beautiful feedbacks for our Qigong last time. So we will do the opening breath from Qigong. It's another Qigong exercise to opening a class. So that's the reason we do it at the beginning, and to really also expand, to be very wide. And we find a very stable position, maybe a little bit more than hip distance apart. Your toes point out 45 degrees. And I can show you with our inhale. We make a big circle and exhale. We come to the left knee. Inhale, circle and exhale to the right side. And you can see when you inhale, you come with your hands over the center line of your body and then expand as wide as you can to the left. Come back on the center line. Expand to the right. And with your inhale, come up. You look also to the ceiling and exhale to the left. So you can really find a wide stand. So you can really sit into each of the legs. Make sure that your knee is only above your ankle. Oops. And not further. So we protect our ankle here. And these are these two circles. And you can do it very slowly. You inhale slowly and exhale slowly. Connect these movements to your own breathing rhythm. And sometimes we feel like we're a little bit more fast paced. That's totally fine, a little bit more energized, a little bit faster with everything. And sometimes we're so relaxed and slowly, and we can inhale so deeply and really try to extend your inhale. Look up and enjoy every single movement you're doing. Johnny just told me that smiling is the most important part when we're doing Qigong. I would say smiling is the most important part with everything we're doing in life. But I think it's nice to set that as an intention right now, to smile. With your eyes, with your mouth, with your whole face. And try to smile with your heart. Your heart, what is expanding with this life energy, with prana, with air. We do that a few more times. It's precious, especially doing Qigong. Really taking time and doing it for a while. to really tune into the feeling and not controlling it anymore, thinking about what we're doing, just allowing our body to move, connected to our breath. And also, what I told you last time when we did Qigong, really try to release every part of your body. Release everything what doesn't have to be tense anymore. And even when we're moving our arms, our shoulders, our legs, we use our muscles there. But try to really relax everything else. And even try to relax our legs, our arms as much as possible. So relax your spine. Relax your hips. Relax your butt. Relax the crown of your head, the back of your head. Relax your face. Relax your throat and your chest. Relax your lungs. Your heart is soft and relaxed. And relax your belly, your hips, your pelvis. Relax your legs and your feet and your toes. And even try to relax your fingernails. 2 more breaths here on each side. Once more on each side. Maybe you breathe out to your mouth. Let go of everything. You don't need any more. That's the nice thing with breathing. We can just breathe it out. And 1 more big circle in the center. And then we walk just gently, toes and heels back. And we stand in our mountain pose in Tadasana. And just feel into it for a moment. It's beautiful to give yourself time to integrate, to really feel. And I personally feel like a lot of expansion in my chest, even in my belly. I feel like every single part of my lungs, my bronchs, I don't know if it's the right word in English, is working and is flowing with energy and air, breath. And I feel like I can stay strong and tall. And I'm energized from the inside and at the same time very stable and relaxed. Maybe you feel something similar. And then we widen our stand a little bit, like we did last week. With your inhale, come into a star pose. So we expand in all directions. And you can really imagine that you have like 100 or 1,000 arms going out of you, like reaching in all directions. And exhale, bend your legs, come into goddess pose. Inhale out of the strength of your thighs and your core up into star. And exhale, lower into goddess. And give your heart, your chest a lot of space. Inhale up. Exhale, sit down. Once more. Inhale up. Exhale, sit down. Bring your hands to your thighs. Inhale, center, and exhale, twist to the left. Look over your left shoulder. Squeeze out everything you don't need anymore. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right side. Engage your thighs, your soles, stable feet. And once more on every side. And really enjoy it, even if it's intense. In some parts of your body, you can really feel how it can release so much tension. And if that's okay for your knees, we can come a little bit lower. You can grab your ankles and we can really sit into our pelvis, into our hips. You can move a little bit from left to the right, long spine. So we don't want to close our heart, our chest. Our shoulder blade still wants to come together on the back of your heart. And sit a little bit lower into your pelvis. It's a very nice stretch in your pelvis, in your hips. And from here, walk your feet back together. Come to the beginning of your mat. Inhale, half forward fold. And exhale, bend your knees and forward fold. And you can interlock your hands and your elbows and swing gently from the left to the right. Your knees are bent so your belly can touch your thighs to protect your lower back. And imagine that your legs are engaged here and your upper body, your spine flows like a waterfall to the earth. Breathe out to your mouth. Say yes and no with your neck and your spine. And while you exhale loud, I don't do that because of the microphone right now, through your mouth, let go of everything you don't need anymore. We really want to rejuvenate today. We want to feel light. We want to invite life, energy, and air. And we want to start having a long and deep breath. And that leads to a long and deep life. And I really believe in that. And from here, we come back to the center. And you let your hands fall to the ground. Bend your knees a little bit more and roll with your inhale. Vertebrae per vertebrae. Up to standing position. Really enjoy this position, just standing stable with a full open chest. And then we find balance on first we do the hands, that's easier. So open your arms and you bring your right arm underneath the left one. So it's like a cross. And then you bend your elbows. We come to eagle arms. And there's 3 steps you could do. You either hold the other shoulder, or you bring the back of the hands together, or you bring the palms together. So see whatever feels good for you. Either way is perfect. And you lift your elbows on the height of your shoulders and you open your forearms. So it's kind of like a 90-degree angle. Now we're in the eagle arms. We come to the full eagle position. We find stability on the right foot. Bring the left leg around. And then we bend our right foot. So maybe it's a little bit hard to balance. Just take it playful, come in and out. Your sitting bones pulling back. And now your shoulders open, the back of your heart is open. Breathe. Give yourself a smile. And with your next inhale, interlock your arms and spread your arms as wings wide apart. Interlock your left leg. And then come back to warrior 2 position. Sit down, your right leg is in the front. Open your hips here, expand your arms to the side. This is also a position where you found a lot of stability and grounding. What we want to find, especially when we flow with the air, with this lightness of the air, we want to stay grounded as human beings, but we expand here like wings of an eagle. And we flow through the dancing warrior. Inhale, pull your right arm to the front. Exhale, lengthen your right leg and lean back into humble warrior. Your right hand over your head. Open your chest. Exhale, warrior 2, bend your leg again. Inhale into an extended side angle with the left arm. So the whole left side from the outside of your foot to your fingertips are stretched, and find expansion. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, straighten your leg, lean back. Do that 1 or 2 more times. I just have to fix my hair. Okay. In your own rhythm. And try to find really a lot of length here. Maybe you circle your arms so we can also find expansion in our shoulder. We can engage as much in our body, as many joints as possible. And also here we can really widen our energy field in all directions in this yoga class today. And found your own rhythm and flow here, connected to your breath. And then we meet at the extended side angle. If you want to, you can come one step further. So you can either stay here with your right arm on your right thigh, or you can bring down your hand towards the mat. Maybe you place your left arm towards the ceiling above the right shoulder, or you stretch your left arm over your head. You look to the ceiling or to the ground, whatever feels good for your neck. One breath here. Really open your hips and your chest, your shoulders. And exhale, bring your hands down. One easy twist. Place your left hand on the ground next to the right foot. Open your right hand for a nice twist. Exhale, release. And then walk your hands to the center of your legs. So you're in a split standing position. Place your fingertips or your palms on the ground. Lengthen your spine. And maybe you microbind your knees to protect them. And exhale, lower a little bit. And pulsating here. Inhale, straighten your spine. And exhale, flow down a little bit more. Maybe you can also grab your ankles and extend your arms and bend your elbows. So you can flow up and down. Then bring your fingertips to the ground. Walk back to your right foot. And step to the front. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. And especially today, you can bring your feet more than hip distance apart, so your belly and your chest has a lot of space. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, fall down. Your tailbone is the highest point. Pulls towards the ceiling. Then bend your knees and roll vertebrae per vertebrae up into a standing position. Raise out your arms and circle down to your heart. And once more, open your arms with a long inhale. Exhale fully, but a little bit shorter. And inhale, long, deep inhale. And exhale, hands to your heart in Anjali Mudra. We come to the other side. So this time we place our, We place our right arm above the left one. So the other way around. For me, it's the right one is on top of the left one now. And then we bend the elbows. And either do it the same you did it on the other side. So either you hold your shoulders, which is totally fine and also nice hug for yourself, or you bring the back of your hands together or your palms. Raise your elbows. We want to find space and we want to pull our shoulder blades away from each other. And then a 90-degree angles in your arm. And then you bring your right leg above the left one. And then bend your left leg. So you can be in the full eagle position. The eagle or the condor or the osprey, whatever bird you want to choose as the king or the queen of the air, fully expanded and alive in their bodies, flowing with the air, with the wind. So next inhale, bring your wings out. Release your right leg and come into, I turn around, you stay where you are, into warrior two with the left leg in the front now. And find your stable position and really expand your arms like wings. These are like eagle wings or condor wings to each side. And you can maybe feel if there would be one strong wind right now, you could just fly away. And we fly through the dancing warrior. Pull your left hand to the front with your inhale. Exhale, lean back with your left arm, chest open. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle, fully on the right side. And try to inhale deeper and longer than usual. And exhale. And maybe circle your arms here also. So we bring a little bit more movement into our body, a little bit more expansion, and also lightness, because if we release pain, blockade, stiffness in our joints, in our body, in our tissues, then we can feel light and healthy. We can feel like we can just fly away. And we can feel very joyful, healthy and light in our hearts. Once more, each side. Give yourself a smile for the lightness in our hearts. And we stay in the extended side angle, either with your left arm placed on your left thigh, or you extend your hand towards the ground, and we kind of like open here also our wings to two different directions, to the opposite directions. Or you can also expand your right arm over your head and place your hip bones on top of each other, like your shoulders. One more inhale and exhale, release your hands to the ground, face forwards. And then you place your right hand on the ground for a short, easy twist. Inhale, raise your left hand. Nice twist here. Inhale and exhale, release. Walk your hands in between your legs. And now your heels point a little bit outward, just a tiny little bit, so we have a little bit more protection in our knees and open hips. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, fold forward. Once more, inhale, raise your heart, and exhale, crown to the ground. And then walk your legs a little bit closer to each other. The toes point outward. We come up to the star we were in earlier. So just find a stable position. And it's important when we bend our legs for the goddess that our knees are in one line with our toes and never more than like a 90-degree angle above our ankles. So we really want to protect our knee joints. Inhale, C-star. Exhale, goddess pose. Inhale, C-star. And now we bring our right arm underneath the left one. We already know that. Bend our arms. So we take our shoulders or bring the back of the hands together or the palms. The same like in the eagle. Raise your elbows on shoulder level, 90-degree angle in your arms. And then even bring your arms higher, lean back, face the ceiling. In this eagle, make a lot of space in your chest, and exhale, bind your legs and try to touch the ground with your eagle arms. If you don't, it's not a problem, just a little challenge. Inhale up out of the strength of your core and your thighs as you would fly to the sky. And exhale, land in your eagle arms on the ground, in the goddess. Inhale, fill your lungs, your heart with air. And exhale, come down. Once more. And down. Inhale, release your arms into star pose. And exhale, release. And you can come up. Release your arms. And then bring your hands, interlock your fingers together. Find a lot of stability in between your foot. And balance your weight on both foot equally. And exhale, lean to the right side. So you feel the expansion in the whole left side here. Inhale, center. Exhale, left side. Whole expansion in your right side. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale once more on every side. Can come up again, release. And then we have another side, our right arm above the left one. Find your position, however it's comfortable for you. With your inhale, come, lean backwards with your eagle arms as you would fly. And exhale, sit down into goddess and let your upper body fall towards the ground. Very controlled. When you're doing exhale, you flow down into your hips to the ground. And inhale into the air. The same birds do. Birds like the eagle or the condor. They're citizens of the earth. So they live here on earth with us, so they're very grounded. They're earthlings. And at the same time, they can spread their wings and just fly high. Become the king and queens of the sky. They can see everything objective. They have the best overview. They can witness everything going on underneath them. Once more. And from here, come up, release your arms. Bring your feet a little bit closer to each other. And just make big circles, one after another in your arms. It's almost like swimming backwards. To release your shoulders. Maybe you move your legs a little bit, your hip. Just to release. And inhale deeply. And exhale through your mouth. Let go of everything you want to let go of. And even if it's old energy, if it's heaviness you feel in your body, in your heart, if you feel imprisoned in your life, in your body, in certain situations, we want to invite lightness in our body, in our heart, and we want to expand beyond our boundaries we think we have, so that we can realize we can fly high and we're free as an eagle. We are free like the wind. Once more on every side. And then release from here too. Come to your knees. And to your child's pose for a moment. If that feels good. You can also sit on your knees, lift it up. Or you open your knees so your chest, your belly have a lot of space to breathe, to really expand with prana, with air, with life energy. But you can come down a little bit more towards the ground after all these standing positions. And what's very important to me when we work with the element of air, this lightness, this quality of flying, of non-materialization, it's important to me to be grounded, to really Stay grounded on the earth as a human being with a strong stand. So this child's pose helps us to stay grounded in relationship to yourself, to the earth, to nature. And slowly walk your fingers towards the beginning of the mat, roll up into a tabletop position. And then you just bring your right leg to the front, your left a little bit more back. You can put a blanket underneath your knee or fold your mat if you want support on your knee. For Anjalayasana, low lunge here. So you can come up, you can give a little impulse or a little pulse on your thigh with your hands. So you lift your lower back and you pull your right hip a little bit back. So your hips want to be straight and stable. Inhale, raise your arms. And we do the same breathing technique. Like I said, we do a lot of breathing techniques, a lot of pranayama today. I'd show you ones with your inhale, maybe on 6, but don't pressure yourself. It can also be you can inhale on 8, or just take a long, deep inhale without counting. So long, deep inhale, open your wings, your arms to the side, open your heart, lean back, and hold for 2 seconds after breathing in, if that's okay. And exhale, come to the front like you want to hug a tree or something like this. On 4 or just a little bit shorter, exhale and inhale. Then you can join me now. Inhale fully, find expansion in your lungs. And exhale, bend forward. Inhale deeply. Maybe hold for 2. And exhale. Once more. And balance your weight in between your legs, so you don't put pressure on your left or right knee too much, or on your left knee too much, especially when you bend back or forward. Just find a certain stability, a certain engagement in your thighs and also in your pelvis, in your hips, in your core, so you're not collapsing into your knees. Once more, open and release from here, and let your breathe naturally flow again without controlling it. Bring your right hand into your hips, raise your left arm, and exhale to the right side. We find a lot of length here in the left side. We also expand in different directions again. Inhale, up. You can always release your knee, your leg if you need to. And exhale, twist to the left side. So your left hand is pulling back, you look back. Inhale, center. Exhale, lean to the right. Support your hip with your right hand. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale, up. Exhale, bring your hands to the ground. Come back to tabletop position. And maybe you can feel a little bit tension in your right hip, so you can circle your spine, your shoulders. Exhale through your mouth. So release everything what found a little bit tension, what did stretch a lot. So find lightness everywhere you have to find lightness and expansion. So circle your spine, your shoulders, your neck, your hips. And whenever it feels good, mostly that's very intuitive and very different for everyone. Every day, very different. When you're ready, you come back to the center. You place your left leg on the front. And you come to Anjalayasana on this side. So your left leg is front, and also make sure that your knee is above your ankle, but not further for your knee joint. Maybe you prop your right knee. If you want some support, then you pull back a little bit, pressure on your thigh, on your left thigh, to lift your lower back. And pull your left hip a little bit back, so your hips are straight and parallel and stable. Raise your arms. We do the same breathing technique then on the other side. Inhale, long, deep inhale. Lean back. Maybe you hold for 2. Exhale, big circle in your arms as you hug a tree. Inhale, maybe on 6, maybe less, maybe more. To the front, find your own rhythm. That's the reason I don't count with you, because it's so different. We all feel so different. Every day is different. Sometimes I can easily inhale on 8, and sometimes even on 5 or 6 it feels too much. So however you feel, sometimes counting feels good, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it feels good to stop breathing after the inhale for a while, sometimes just for a short moment. So find out what you need, but really feel the expansion in your body, in your chest, in your heart, in your lungs, filling with this precious life energy. A long and deep breath leads to a long and deep life. Gives us the gift of health, vitality, and lightness. Once more here. Inhale and exhale, release. Maybe you release your front leg shortly. I definitely need a little release here until I can come back. And then place your left arm in your left hip, straight, pull your right arm up, and exhale, lean to the left side. So expand your whole right side of the body. Inhale up, exhale, twist to the right. So your right hand is facing back. You look back. With your inhale, center. Exhale, lean to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the right. So you can feel our arms expanding in every direction. When it comes to our energy body, I spoke about, we can really find a lot of space. And the nice thing is that the breath is also what gives us a voice. And even when you're not speaking right now, just listening to me speaking, it's having a voice is giving you standing. You can stand for, you can make decisions for you, you can set boundaries, you can express yourself. And this is what we want to do today. You can really find space for yourself in your life. Find your own voice, your own standing. And then release wherever you are. Come back to tabletop. And release your hips and your spine. Breathe out deeply. And from here you can find to sitting position. You can hold your knees straight and lengthen your spine. And then slowly roll onto your mat to laying position. And then, like at the beginning, what we did with the dynamic bridge, you can bring your feet on the ground and place them close to your butt so your fingertips can touch your heels. That's the perfect distance. But then you already place your right ankle on your left thigh. Important here is this is the laying pigeon. Important here is we want to open our hip on the right side, but we don't want to twist our knee joint or to hurt it. So we have to tuck our toes here. So our toes pull towards the knee to protect the knee joint and to feel the stretch in the right hip. Yeah, from here we bring our left thigh closer to our chest, and we either grab the back of our knee or the whole leg. So our right arm goes through our right leg and holds our left thigh. And our left thigh, from the tendency, wants to pull further towards the chest, and our right knee wants to pull away from us. So it's a really nice hip opener to find space in this part of our body. And our shoulders wants to flow, wants to grow into the ground. Every part of our spine, our tailbone, the lower back, the upper spine, the shoulders, our neck, the back of our head, flowing to the ground. And tuck your toes here. One more inhale into your right pelvis, into your chest. And from here, release. Let your right leg stay in this position. And then you just do a little hop with your hips to the right side. And your legs as they are, you can just let them fall to the left side. So normally your left leg is laying flat on the ground in a little ankle, and your right leg is standing above. If that's too much, you can just release and place your both legs on top of each other. But you can also stay in this laying pigeon in this twist. Your arms are spread open as eagle wings to the left and the right side. You look towards the ceiling or towards your right hand. Both shoulder blades laying on the ground. And let your breath naturally flow in and out. And that's a wonderful thing once you realize that you don't have to control your breath. We have to control so many things, or we feel like we have to control so many things in our life. And it's so beautiful to just surrender in certain things, and we can fully surrender into our body, that our heart is beating for us, and that we get that our breath is just flowing in and out. It's as the nature is breathing us, something is breathing us. And it's such a wonderful feeling to really realize that. And one more breath here. And slowly bring your legs back to the center. Bring your hip back. Release your legs. And then make yourself ready for the other side. Find your right distance again between your heels and your fingertips. And then you place your left ankle on your right thigh. And first tuck your left toes to protect your left knee joint, to feel the stretch, especially in your hip or in the outside of your butt. And maybe that's even enough for you today. Maybe that's enough. Or you bring your thigh, your right thigh towards your chest. You grab either the back side of your knee or like the inside of your thigh or the whole leg. And your shoulders flowing towards the ground. Your left toes are tucked. That's very important here. And your right thigh wants to pull towards the chest, and your left knee wants to pull away from you. That's the laying pigeon. Also beautiful because the pigeon is also a bird flying with the wind, like the eagle. And giving yourself a smile on your face. and also in your heart for this lightness. We invited today all this expansion. Maybe your body already feels wider or different than normal. Maybe even just lighter. And at the same time, this lightness comes to your body, to your heart. Then release this pigeon, bring your legs to the ground, but stay in this position. Then you hop your hip to the left a little bit, and with your exhale, let your legs just fall to the right side. So maybe your right leg is placed on the ground in a little ankle, and your left leg is standing above it. If that's too much, you can just place your knees on top of each other. Be gentle with yourself, especially now towards the end of the class. Don't force yourself. Your arms are widespread, like eagle arms. You look to the ceiling or to the left. Close your eyes and feel your breath expanding your lungs and expanding your heart, expanding your rib cases, expanding your belly, and transporting all this life energy through your body. It literally gives you life. And you can really feel that when you pay attention to it, when you're aware of that. And when I think about it, that definitely gives me a smile in my heart. That gives me a feeling of lightness in my heart. One more breath here. And then slowly with your exhale, come back to the center and prepare yourself for Shavasana. Maybe today in Shavasana, you can do it as always, or you can just place a pillow right behind your butt. So kind of like, on one level, maybe with your hips or something. Just see whatever feels good for you. And then you can lay on this pillow. You can also have a pillow underneath your head. And then you can lay in Shavasana, but a little bit elevated, a little bit with a little back bend, but a very gentle one. As you can see here, my chest is very open. And this is very beautiful if you decide to do that. To me, it really feels nice, and that it supports again what we did the whole class today, to really expand, especially our heart, our lungs, and to be able to really breathe deeply and properly. And get ready for Shavasana. You earned it. So find a very comfortable position. Get a blanket or a sweater, something to warm yourself. You should always make sure that you can be incredibly comfortable. Sometimes there are distractions from the outside. And that's also sometimes nice to just stay with that, to just take the distractions from the outside, accept them, and try to be as relaxed as possible. And take a lot of space today for you. So place your palms, the back of your hands, like away from your body. So you really have space and you can really take space for yourself. And then allow your toes to naturally fall to each side. Your palms are open to the ceiling. And just allow all your body weight to flow to the ground, to feel held by the ground underneath you. So you can really feel light. You can feel like you can expand. You can feel like you can fly high like an eagle. And without controlling your breath, just let it flow naturally. Like a golden chariot in and out of your body, bringing your life. Shavasana. And as always, you can either stay in Shavasana and just let yourself thrive, allow yourself to just be with yourself, or you follow me for a little journey today. And today's meditation is just all about experience another perspective, experience lightness and joy, experience expansion without any goal. So if you follow me, then you find yourself on a river, on a little path, going along a river, in a park, in a beautiful park surrounded by nature and trees, grass and flowers. On the other side, a beautiful river, just gently moving. You really can feel the stillness of this place. And look around, arrive there. Breathe in the crisp, gentle air. You can really feel like being on this place, being outside in nature, taking a deep breath of this fresh morning air really brings you back to life. Wakes you up as you wake up after a long, deep sleep. And then you see a tree in front of you with a few branches. You see an eagle sitting on one of the branches and looking at you. You notice him and you look at him or her. And you both just notice each other, look at each other. And you start thinking about this eagle, looking at him or her, observing this beautiful bird, this majestic looking bird, but also so peaceful and quiet. While you really try to understand this bird, this eagle, you suddenly have a feeling that you're not separated from this bird anymore. You suddenly have the feeling, like a moment of being this eagle. It's almost like you're looking out of the eagle's eyes and out of your own eyes at the same time. And this eagle touches your heart gently, gives you a smile, and invites you to show you his or her world. And you agree, and in your heart, you join this eagle and you spread his wings, you spread your wings together and flap your wings a few times, and with a beautiful breeze of wind, you flow up into the air, into the sky. And you are the eagle right now, and the eagle is you. And you can see the world out of this eagle's eyes right now, flowing with the wind in the sky. And while you flying higher and higher into the sky, safe, carried by the gentle wind, you really feel like a queen and a king in the sky. You feel like a witness of everything, a witness of the world, a witness of society, of humanity, a witness of Mother Earth, a witness of your own life. It's suddenly you realize you can see everything clearly, everything. And you see the beautiful river, the park underneath you. Everything looks so small and you have a beautiful overview. And then you fly. You fly as far as the wind carries you. Just feel this feeling of being carried by the wind, of having the wings wide expanded and just flying and being in peace and so light. And suddenly you see that rolling hill starting, and you're flying towards these rolling hills covered by a deep, dense forest. And these hills coming closer and getting bigger. And these hills becoming mountains. Mountains with snow on the top. Once in a while you see another bird, another eagle passing you, greeting you kindly. You really breathe in this crisp, clean, pure air up in the sky. You face the sun, you fly towards the sun. And you feel lighter you ever felt in your life. You feel as light as a feather in your heart, in your body. And at the same time, you feel like you expand this tiny little eagle body into everything. The eagle becomes the wind. The eagle becomes the nature. The eagle becomes the sky. While you continue flying, you pass a desert. You see this beautiful orange-red sand. You smell this dry desert air. You notice all the animals, all the nature you're passing. And you just fly and you pass beautiful rainforests. You pass the ocean. You pass snow and more mountains and more water and more nature and more life. And you feel like time doesn't exist anymore. Time stops because time doesn't matter as this eagle king or queen. And you just fly, you just be. You don't have any reason to fly, you just fly because this is what you do. This is life. You're living fully. And suddenly you realize that you're flying towards your home river again, towards the river where everything started, towards the tree where you both met in this beautiful park. You stay there for a while in the sky, connect with this feeling once more, with this incredible lightness, with this expansion, with the oneness, with the air, the wind, nature, with this body. And really feeling this air, what is flowing through you, this air, what is carrying you, what is your life essence. And really understanding the world deeply out of these eyes. And then you slowly come down to your tree again. Bring your wings back to your body. And sit in stillness on this tree, being in full bliss of this beautiful journey you took. And with all these feelings, with all these impressions you had during this flight with this eagle, you keep all these impressions, all these feelings, all these experiences in your heart while you come back to your human body, thanking the eagle that it took you on this beautiful flight, that it showed you the world out of his or her eyes, made you the king or queen of the air, of the sky. And you feel like nature is breathing you deeply. Like you are outside in nature, taking the first breath of your life. And waking yourself gently up again. Breathing deeper into your body. Moving your fingertips, your toes. Circling your wrists and your ankles. Waking yourself up after long, deep, relaxing Shavasana. Bring your arms over your head and stretch, find length. And you come to your favorite side for a moment. Roll to your favorite side. Feel held by the earth, by the ground underneath you. And find a sitting position of your choice, a very comfortable sitting position with a straight spine, open chest, and closed eyes. And you flap your wings once more, open your arms, raise your arms to the sky and bring your palms together in Anjali Mudra and in front of your heart. And you bow your forehead towards your fingertips. Give yourself a big smile in your face and in your heart. And it doesn't matter if you feel it or not right now, but really connect and really thank this lightness in your body, in your heart, this expansion, and the fact that we just breathe, that our life is breathing in and breathing out constantly. And this is the greatest gift we got. And I thank you so much for participating today, for making this class possible. Thank you and namaste.